We did it, guys. We made it happen. The people wanted it. We came through. Welcome to the ultimate collaboration video. And just before it went, click the 5 seconds, my camera fell down. So it's already blowing up, guys. I got John from Sharp Bets DFS here. And
what's going on, guys?
The captain. I'm talking
absolutely. And don't be poverty, smash the like button, okay? Right out of the gate.
What he said. Yep.
So I'm gonna have to kind of get my camera here since it just fell as soon as we went on, we went on air. But we got a lot of people in the chat, guys. Make sure you do us all a favor, hit that like button, subscribe. And if you don't know, you're seeing these guys for the first time, we're gonna cover how you can watch their videos because let me tell you, they got some bangers like you wouldn't believe. Both these gentlemen have won me money. So, John.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. So much better now that I'm here with you. I was so excited to be on here. Guys, thanks to everyone in the chat for being here, listening to our bullshit. I was really excited when they talked about doing a collab. We've been talking about it, doing it for months. And, I'm just happy to be here, man, honestly and truthfully. And it's funny that he said that, he's made some money off of us, man. I've made a lot of money myself off of old Skywalker over there, too. So obviously you guys follow Skywalker already. Otherwise you wouldn't be watching this in the first place. But make sure you go check out the captain down there, too. So definitely check us all out. Go check out my page there at Sharp Bets DFS. We all got real good content, and we can all make you some money for show. Glad to be here, though.
Glad to have you, brother. Finally, I'm a fan. We got Captain Crush, guys. Oh, we got the captain. How you doing, Mr. Crush?
I'm doing good. I just got back from golfing. This is my first time doing this with anything like this, so bear with us in the chat. I don't know if they've been doing it before. I actually did a collaboration video one time with Dr. Profit. It didn't really go that well, and I was kind of like, that's it. I'm done with collaborations. I gave it my the try, but I like Skywalker. I watch him. Hand to God, I'm new with Sharp Bets over here, but if Skywalker endorses him, then he gets my vote, and I endorse him as well. My style is I try to cover fantasy sports. I try not to spoon feed people. I do give out picks, as you guys want to say or whatever, but I try to give you guys the fundamental tools to make your own process so you can make your own reads and come up with your own slips. But I do assist you in the process. So that is what I do.
That's what's up. Let's give a shout out to the chat real quick. We got Mitchell, welcome in. Damien, welcome in. Isaac, welcome in. Daniel, welcome in. It sounds like romper room here. I'm showing my age. David, welcome in. We got Ryan. We got Bobby Curry. Welcome in, brother. Hooks and Hammocks. That's Chris and Telly. Welcome in. Man Heath. Max C. Welcome in, guys. We got Daniel Espinoza. Welcome in. Drew Dadon. I have a high school education, so give me a break here. Welcome in, brother. We got John Grant. We got Luna. Isaac Ice. Alan Diaz. Yo. This list is going on and on. Welcome in, everybody. We got Eric. We got Junius. Welcome in, guys. So if you guys have any questions in the chat, drop them. We'll try and get to them. But man, you guys are making it all worth it in here. We already have 110 people live right now.
Awesome. Already. Thanks for being here, guys.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
I can't see the chat, but I appreciate you guys. You're doing the Lord's work here.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you guys have any questions for us? Let us know in the chat. So, let me ask John. So, John.
Yes, sir.
Besides being a superstar right now, how did you get into this business? How did you get into saying, you know what, I'm pretty good at this DFS stuff?
That's a great question.
When did you decide to get behind a camera and start filming?
That's a great question. So, I've always known how pretty I am, obviously. That's number one. But no, I've always been a fan of the sport ball and, just consider myself pretty knowledgeable. I know just about every sports fan out there does. But I found myself having a lot of success starting out in, of course, DFS, your daily fantasy sports, but started doing the prize picks about a year and a half ago or so, and just winning slips, dude, just hitting slips like crazy, and thinking, God, maybe I should give this to some friends. Honestly, is how it kind of started, is giving it off to some friends, and they were like, dude, like, you should charge for these. And I'm like, nah, no, nobody's going to buy them. Nobody's going to buy them. But again, more and more, just success after success after success with the slips. Started even venturing into the 6-mans once they started coming out with those, started killing on those. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I should start charging for these damn things, And so my business partner, Sharp, who is the man, the myth, the legend that started Sharp Bets DFS. I'm just the marketing guy. He that's my little joke. But so he is the tech guy. He got the Discord set up, got all that done, and we didn't really expect it to take off in any real, big, monetary gain type of fashion. But it started to, and we thought, the way to market this is probably on YouTube. So he started trying to do a few vids. He's not, the camera guy. We'll say that he's not the best at the marketing side. He can do all the tech stuff, and he does great on the vids and whatnot. But he said, "Why don't you give it a shot?" And I thought, "Yeah, why not, man? Let's do it." So I hopped on, started making videos, and have been doing it practically every single day since then. And it's just something that I guess just comes naturally to me, not camera shy in any way, shape, or form, not afraid to say exactly what I mean. And I think people appreciate that. So other than making picks, a drunk child can just, do this business and make some picks. I think it's about keeping people entertained. I think it's about proving, what you or backing up your picks, showing the evidence, all that fun stuff. And that's something I feel real comfortable with. And it's just worked out really well, man. Plus, I got to meet badass people like Mr. Skywalker here and Mr. Crush as well. So, hey, everything has worked out really good. That's what got me started, though, was just making picks and having success and having even my friends, who we go out to dinner with every once in a while. They're like, "Man, I will pay you for more slips like this." It's like, you don't have to pay me. And they're like, "Dude, you should charge." And sure enough, here we are. We've made it this far with that mindset. So there you go.
Yeah, I had a couple of women tell me that in my past, and the rest is history. Captain Crush,
what's going on?
So how did you get started on your journey, brother? I saw your first video, and I was immediately hooked with your personality, with how honest you were, and just your style, bro, your swag. Like, what made you start doing this?
Bro, I started on TikTok. Like, most of my audience is from TikTok live streams. That's when I started. I did TikTok shorts, which I don't know if you guys are understood by what that is. It's basically like the YouTube shorts. TikTok was popping. I went on there. I started in DraftKings. Okay. I had a couple of like life-changing scores on DraftKings. I don't know if you guys are familiar. The salary format, where you play against other players, not the house. So I always wanted to do a DraftKings like YouTube podcast type thing. And then I decided, the market is shifting where DraftKings and FanDuel type contests are on the decline. The money there to be made is on the decline. And the recreational gamblers are starting to favor sites like Prize Picks and the Pick'em format. And I saw that taking over. You apply that with the legalization of gambling starting state by state, and I decided to get into the mix and help people learn my own bad beats, because I'm a regular person, just like everybody in the chat. I don't claim to be better than you or anyone else, but if you have experience in something and can help people not make the same mistakes you did and save them money and win them money along the way, then I think that you can provide value. So I try to focus on teaching people the correct process, whether it's Prize Picks, DraftKings, any of it. And I go from there. And pretty much I started with the live streams on TikTok, transitioned to YouTube, just grinding it out day after day, day after day. And then, I didn't want to do a Discord, didn't want to have that. And then, the people in the TikTok live demanded it. They basically like, you need to have a Discord because we can't get all of your slips and stuff through TikTok. So I was like, all right, well, I'll do a Discord. So then Dub Club approached me. long story short, now that is what I do. So I try to provide plays, projections every single day for the sports that I cover, and do live streams just like this in my Discord, as well as a YouTube video. And hopefully people are entertained and they also learn something along the way. And that's pretty much my gimmick. And I like to be on the mic. I like to do live streams. Granted, this is totally out of my comfort zone because I don't do these collaboration videos, but I love being on the microphone when I'm in my element, and I honestly think that I do provide value in that sense. I guess you could say.
Oh yeah, you can definitely say that, dude. Like your personality, like what stands out is John's personality and your personality. And we were talking about this backstage. Like there are, I mean, the market is just flooded with people on YouTube covering what we do. And you have the ones that are just like, "Hi, how are you? Here's your picks." And, you gotta
Hi,
be
I'm
different,
Siri. Here's some picks for you. Yeah, I
right?
want to hear that.
No,
So
absolutely. I don't. If you want people that, especially the young heads, 18 to 21, 25 demographic, which most of my demographic is 18 to 25. And I have the few lowly degens that may even be younger than that. But the fact is, if you want them to watch a 15 to 20-minute video, you got to have something that's going to keep them engaged. Because even the ones that are engaged, 90% of them just skip through to try to find the picks anyways. But
Yep.
you have to have something different than just being a talking head. You have to have something in order to gain people's attention and trust. So I try to do that. It's difficult, but it's the job. So
I have a question. What is the next taco, you guys? Are they done for tacos? We got the one loser, and then we don't know what's up the esports one, and I don't see another one.
Yeah.
Let me know in chat.
They may have made enough off the first ones.
Oh my, yeah. So y'all know the first one took a dump. So yeah. So Cap said he's been golfing on his time off. John, what have you been doing with this little NBA All-Star break here?
Oh man. So I just moved into a new house about a little over a month ago. And believe it or not, preparation and all that fun stuff for these videos, doing the daily videos, takes up quite a bit of my time. So therefore, it's nice to have a break to kind of just like, there's still fucking boxes we haven't, there's still some boxes that we haven't unpacked here that, finally got to, man. Finally got to. Like, we have pots and pans now. We didn't have pots. I couldn't make macaroni and goddamn cheese before. Now I can make mac and cheese, so that's a plus. Yeah, but no, just moving into the new house, getting some stuff that we needed to get organized. I'm a special needs single father with sole custody of a special needs child. I might be special needs myself, but I meant my child. So she takes up a lot of my time. So it's been really nice to be able to. It's been really nice to be able to spend some extra time with her, give her the attention that she needs. So that's pretty much what I've been doing on my break, is just enjoying the family life, man. I've been blessed enough to be able to make a living doing this, and to be able to enjoy some of the fruits of that labor has been pretty amazing, And I just want to thank all the people out there watching that have made this possible for me. Man, you guys are awesome. The responses that we've gotten from our channel are amazing. We love what we do. And when I say we, I mean, of course, me and my partner, Sharp. But the responses we've gotten from the videos, like you said before, Skywalker, it's, anyone can make these videos, right? And it seems like just about everyone does, right? Only a few of us, it seems like, can actually bring the personality, can bring the ability to show the evidence for our picks, the know-how to really make some, at least somewhat decent picks the majority of the time, I've been blessed to be able to do that. So all the fruits of the labor, like I said before, that have come from doing this, I've just been enjoying that for the last few days, and I plan on doing it through Thursday. We will not be doing videos. Personally, not a big fan of the NCAA basketball and betting on it.
I second that, bro.
You know, honestly, it's like a bunch of drunk children out there playing basketball. You didn't hear that from me, but it's, you know, it's bad. It's bad for me. I know a lot of people out there make some money off of it. That's awesome. More power to you. But, you know, as someone who genuinely wants to give the best possible advice and best possible picks to my people, stay away. That's my advice for them, you know.
Yeah.
But you guys do what you like. Yeah.
Two halves of basketball. It ain't hitting, Chief. I'm telling you. I just don't. I know it's the traditional college and all that, but bro, I played high school ball and we have 4 quarters. What's with the 2 halves nonsense? I don't like. It's a slower paced game. It's funny because college basketball is so much more slower paced than the NBA, whereas college football is so much higher paced than the NFL. It's just weird how that is, but I agree wholeheartedly with that sentiment. And also, real quick, both of you guys so you just moved into a new house too, and so did Skywalker over here. Just moved into a house over here. So pretty much that leaves me. I must be doing something wrong. So maybe after the video, you guys can give me some pointers because maybe I'm poverty. I don't understand how you guys.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe you spend too much time telling people to hit the like button and like less on, you know, the picks, or I don't know what's going on over there. But
bro, I don't know, man. Jeez, congratulations on you guys moving into the new house, both of you guys. You guys,
hell yeah, brother. It's and really, I don't have another job. You know, this is my full-time job. I am fully dedicated.
And let me touch on that too, because you said that. What he's saying, guys, and I tell people in my Discord, I tell people on YouTube all the time. I'm telling you guys, everybody and anybody can make slips, can make plays, can make these videos. But at the end of the day, like someone like him, he says he does this full time. I sit in Old Reliable right here, 14 to 16 hours a day doing this. Okay. So those of you who join my Discord or his Discord or Skywalker's Discord, and you have aspirations of being one of us, eventually doing what we do, okay, understand that it's very extremely hard. And I'm not saying that because I don't like it, because I love it, but you have to love it and bleed it and want it to make it work, because it's very competitive. There's a ton of people doing it. And at the end of the day, when the day is done, okay, your return on investment, I don't care how good you are, it's going to be 3 to 6%, even at the top tier. Doesn't matter who you are. So you have to understand that. And you also have to understand you're not going to be right every day. He's not going to be right every day. Skywalker's not. I'm not. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, if you learn something and if you can honestly say like, well, you were better off, then you should respect the person you're getting your content from. That's what I have to say about that. It's extremely hard to do this. And also something that most people don't talk about, it's extremely isolating, and it can be like very like lonely, because your circle of friends don't understand what it is that, you know, that it takes to do this and what you're doing. So that's another piece of the puzzle that the guys in the chat may not understand, but all that stuff rolls into it. So anyways, I'm just kind of saying, like, make sure you respect these guys. Hopefully you respect me as well, but it is very hard to do it. But all 3 of us are blessed, some more blessed than others. These obviously new houses, but it is what it is. Hopefully one day I'm on that level.
Well, you got to get old first. We're old
quick
men.
Touching on that, Skywalker's in California, so he's actually balling. I'm in Texas, where it's about a penny a square foot. So
Skywalker's in California. That's a whole nother ball of wax.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you don't think we got it that good. It's just Skywalker. It's really balling, dude.
He's printing money over there, clearly.
It's just getting older. Be 47. Captain, and then we'll see you in your big house. That's all it is. You don't get money until you're older. That's just how it is.
That's great advice. People, write that down at home. You don't get money until you're older. Yeah.
My audience has like another 25 years before they hit 47. So I try to all of ours. Bro, I try to give them life advice every day to help them prevent what I went through when I was a degen in my 20s. But I don't know if they listen. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. 90% of them are losing coin on, what are they betting right now? Esports or I don't know. All these other sports that I don't cover. They're still like, we need slips. Give us the slips. I try to tell them to be patient, but you guys know how that is. Degens are going to degen.
That's actually a really good point, and something that I deal with all the time in my Discord. And maybe people in Skywalker's audience need to hear it too, or maybe Captain Crush's people need to hear it from just another mouth or whatnot. But guys, I know I could say confidently that these guys have been doing this long enough; they feel the same as me. None of us, I'm confident in this fact, none of us are going to put out slips for the sake of putting out slips. If there's not value out there, if there's not a reason for us to put out these slips, if we don't really have faith in these players, if we don't really have the extent of knowledge to be able to know that at least there's a good chance. Because let's face it, we can't control what these guys do once they hit the court or the ice or the pitch or whatever the hell you want to call it. They're going to do what they do. All we can do is put you guys in the best position, right? And so it's you just got to keep that in mind that it's tough, like he said, and it's not. He also said it's not easy to do this, and it's isolating is another thing I wanted to touch on too. Man, my friends are the Discord now. I have no friends, honestly and truthfully. Like sometimes these guys are like, "Why are you still talking to me, dude? Don't you have like something to go do?" I'm like, "I don't. I have nothing else to do. Please talk to me. I'm lonely." But it's it is all encompassing. This industry is all encompassing. It will take up every damn bit of your day if you're doing it the right way. If you're not just half-assing it, and I know none of us here do that. There's no way we could get the audiences that we have half-assing it. So there you go.
He's not
you gotta
lying.
be willing to sacrifice. Oh, I mean everything. Like you guys said, your personal lives, your friends, your social life. I've sacrificed it. I mean, this is my life. It is. You guys nailed it. I mean, there's no like my family's my Discord. Like that's all I talk to.
Yep, that's what happens.
For real.
It's crazy how that happens. It's insane. I literally I used to text. I have buddies that so I have buddies and I've moved around states the last couple of years and everything, but still I have buddies that I could text about plays, and now I'm like, I do text them and they text me, but it's kind of like now all that, the frustration when someone is doing what they're not supposed to when you place the over and they soar under and vice versa. Who do you vent to? You go on your Discord and you vent to your Discord guys because you know that they're experiencing the same thing, especially if they're tailing your plays. So yeah, it's crazy how the bond of doing what we do, your Discord members and family members become your family in a way, your friends. He's absolutely right. And this is like stuff that I assume that 90% of them must know, but maybe they don't. And so you guys know he's absolutely right. I value my Discord members more than I probably do my real friends at this point. It's just, I mean, because they're supporting me. That's just how it is. It's crazy. But I say that so people know that are watching, because everybody wants to do this. And I know that. And I understand that it's extremely hard. So be careful what you wish for, because when you get it, you got to be willing to pay the price. Like Skywalker said, there's a lot of sacrifices. So
absolutely.
But
John, in this, go ahead, Captain. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I love what we do. I love it. But we're all sick in the head. Oh, he's sick, I'm sick, the people in the chat are sick. You have to be to wake up every day and get on Prize Picks and stuff like that. So
yeah, if you've watched any of my videos, I'm certifiable. There's no question about it. Absolutely.
So John, let me ask you. So in this industry, what really gets you? What really grinds your gears?
What grinds my gears?
Well, what just sets you right off every time, man?
NBA. No, I'm kidding. So basically, people who, it's like what we were talking about before. People who don't understand just how tough this is, how hard we work, and want to bring toxicity into the Discord. They get shut down real quick because they know I hesitate to say I've trained my guys in there, because it's not like I'm sitting here cracking the whip. There's no way to do that digitally. I'm not a keyboard warrior, But at the same time, I have no problem with telling people, hey, you pay $14.99 a month. You didn't pay $14.99 for this slip, So if you want to bitch about one slip going wrong, dude, we can't get everything right every time. I guess to sum up, like what really drives me nuts is people who don't understand that you're not going to win every single slip. There's going to be slips where you're going to miss. You're going to reverse sweep. We haven't reverse sweeped. It's funny. We just had our first reverse sweep in the Discord in like months. And yep, it was college basketball. Awesome. But yeah, dude, it was bad. We did the one slip. We're like, you know what, man? We're going with the odds. The odds can't be wrong. They were so fucking wrong. It was horrific. Terrible. But either way, point is, what really gets to me is people who don't understand how tough this is, how much of my time I really put into this, and don't respect the fact that, because I don't know personally what the charge is monthly for the Dub Club, I think you said it was, Crush. But for us at $14.99 a month, like, what? Why are you crying? Like, dry your eye, get over your bullshit. Excuse me, but like, seriously, like, dude, where do you think you are?
Well, I'm not to cut you off real quick, but I get, dude, I'm so thank the Lord that somebody else has the stones to say it, because I tell people the toxicity in the Discord. I say the same thing, guys. Okay, I charge, mine is $24.99 a month, and I also have a smaller one. But to be fair, I'm chained to Dub Club. Okay, so they get a portion of it. They set the prices. They do all of that, and then they basically pay me until I can get my own where I don't have a middleman. Then I can do something like that and it would make sense. But I agree 100% with the toxicity in the Discord. People come in, they lose a slip here, they cry. They win a slip, and then they win a slip, then they lose 3 days, then they forget that they had just won, and then they cry in 25. Folks, I tell people this all the time. I spend, on average, this is not an exaggeration, especially even more when I'm doing NFL and PGA and NBA on DraftKings, at a minimum, $199 a month on research tools and everything else. And that $199, I don't get a live stream from somebody like me feeding me information, helping me out, much less a playlist, much less a projection sheet. I don't get any of that. Now, I know that these guys do a similar thing, but I'm just saying, like, not to mention too, like, okay, whenever there's two, since we're talking about things that grind our gears, guys, girls, there's a few of them out there.
Sure.
There's two types of people that do this. You have your recreational gambler, and then you have your grinder who's trying to grind like profit. The first step is to know which one of those type of people you are. Okay, that's number one. If you want to be a grinder, then you need to eliminate all bias and totally just put out there, I'm going to make the best choice mathematically possible every single day, and that is what I'm going to do. And if you have the discipline to do that, God bless you, and that's what you need to do. But if you're going to be self-aware, which I hope that most of you can be, 99% of you are just like, you're doing this because you want more action on the games because it makes it more enjoyable. But at the same time, you want to have like an informed sweat, an informed decision, like the best possible chance to get you to win. So you need to figure out which one of those you are. And you also have to understand, like I said, your return on investment is going to be 3 to 6%. And that's at the top levels if you are not making any mistakes every single day. Okay. Right. So I'm not trying to be the guy that rains on everybody's parade, but I'm also trying to be the guy that keeps everything realistic, guys. Like he said, you're not going to win. So don't be toxic in anyone's Discord. And I tell people, whether it's mine, his, Skywalker's, be cool. Everybody's in there to have a good time and try to contribute something instead of being like the negative guy that nobody wants to chill with. Just try to add value. That's what I anytime someone adds value in my Discord, I recognize them, the best way I can. I'll give them a role member or whatever and let people know, like, this is somebody you can count on for information. He'll help reinforce what I teach and everything else. Yada, yada, yada. I'm sure you guys have similar situations with guys that joined your Discord that you can like be like, okay, there's levels of members of not everyone. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying as far as like with the role system that Discord has, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like where you can tag people certain roles, things like that. So for anyone who's in a Discord, understand what it is. It's like you're paying yes, you're paying for our plays and our information and all that too, but it's also like a membership community. John and Gabe, and they're providing a membership to you. And consider your monthly payment as your membership dues, folks, because like I said, if I'm spending 14 to 16 hours in this chair, I know he's doing it. I know he's doing it. And that's what it is. I pay $225 a month to golf 3 to 4 times a month if I'm lucky. Okay, that's the play. That's the play golf. I'm just telling you guys, like, wrap your head around the actual value of money. And they're charging $14.99 a month. That's 2 cups. That's me taking my girl to Starbucks, getting a latte, and a breakfast sandwich with no tip if I'm lucky. One day out of the month. So, you know, just keep realistic expectations and everything, not just this, but everything you do in life. And yeah, sorry to go off on that tangent, but he opened the door and I was going to walk through it. So
yeah, absolutely.
I hope I didn't hurt anyone's feelings, but
alley-oop and you put it down. I love it.
It had to be said.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for, bro.
Yeah, but so you know, and to keep on going on my point, basically, you know, what I have noticed is, yeah, there is toxicity from time to time. People will come in and with a loser's mentality. We push this all the time in my Discord. You're gonna have one of two mentalities in our Discord, right? You're gonna have either a loser's mentality or a winner's mentality. A loser's mentality, in my mind, just a good example of what I'm talking about is, like, for instance, you got a 6-man slip, right? Which we put out multiple a day. Do they all hit? Fuck no. Of course not. No. And if you expect them all to, please get out of my Discord. No, you don't belong here. You need to go find some, you know, Disney Discord somewhere where it's fantasy time all the time. This is reality. We deal with real bets, real money, you know, so not to get off on a tangent, but basically loser's mentality looks at hitting 5 of 6, right? A double up, and says, oh, man, we lost. Oh, man. You know what, man? Oh, God, this sucks. He sold us. Can you believe that hook, man? He sold us. It's like, you just doubled your money, dude. You need a fucking calculator? What's wrong with you? That's a win. And a winner's mentality will look at it and go, hey, I just doubled my money. Thanks, John. On to the next. Boom. Simple as that.
I agree wholeheartedly, dude. The two, like, when you go 4 or 5 or you double up, I try to tell people this too. Listen, I don't know any realm of reality where you can get 100% return on your investment in one day and complain about it and be like, man, dude, the stock market, you're lucky to get 7%, 6 to 7% return on an entire year, year. And you're getting 100% return on investment. So what I like to say to those people that cry about doubling their money, bet bigger, grow a pair and bet bigger. If you're going to cry about doubling your money, then bet bigger. If it's not enough for you, how are you going to bet 5 and complain when you have 10? If it's not enough for you, then why are you only betting 5? That's how I say it. I've said the same thing. I just had to ban somebody because he was constantly crying about 2x wins, and I won't have it. I will not deal with it. I won't have it. So I'm so glad that you said that, because it didn't even get a hold of my mind until you said that. But that was an excellent point.
Yeah, man. Loser's mentality and winner's mentality. And I know just from the short time that I've known Skywalker, and I just kind of, you know, met digitally, or at least crushed today, but sure seems like they have what you need in this industry, not just to be in our Discords, but if you want to have any kind of long-term success whatsoever and not want to kill yourself on a daily basis, simple as that, you cannot have a loser's mentality. You will hate your life every single day with the 5 of 6 is a loss. Look at that hook. Oh, woe is me. Nonsense.
Facts.
You cannot think that way. You just can't, because no one is going to hit 6 of 6, you know, every day. I don't care. I don't care what you read on Twitter. Okay. I don't care what see. Trust. Yeah.
Don't even get started. Don't get crushed started on Twitter, okay? Don't even get them started about the Twitter heads. But listen, I just want to say something real quick. I feel the same way
about Twitter that I do about NBA. Not a fan.
I was sparing you guys my Twitter rant, but if we go there, I'll go there. But I was sparing because I could literally talk for days about the Twitter epidemic that's going on. But anyways, what were you going to say?
It is a cesspool. But yeah, let's not get off on that. I don't know too many people who are actual real life flesh and blood people that like Twitter. I think even the people that spend all their time on there hate it too. It's just a toxic place. And you know, when we get new people in the Discord, I can always tell like right away, that's a Twitter person. That person came from Twitter because they never have anything positive to say whatsoever. Like, and you know what, dude, we're not all, rainbows and unicorn farts in my Discord, dude. It's not Happyville all day, every day. But at the same time, we don't do the negativity. We don't deal with that because it's just gonna make everybody miserable. It does. It spreads like cancer. It spreads like cancer, and we can't have that, and we will not put up with it. And real quick, I want to say one last thing. So basically, in our Discord, I'm there all the time, and I'm always watching. The sheriff is in town, and I will go off on your ass if you bring that bullshit into my Discord. Simple as that. Sorry about the cussing. Crush's mom, I know you're a great lady. We're not going to cuss anymore, I promise.
Speak for yourself, bro. I don't know. But what I wanted to say is that you got the winner's mentality, you got the loser mentality. You got the victim mentality, you got the winner mentality. You're never going to get anywhere in this, in life, anywhere if you have the victim mentality. Now, what drives me nuts is, I love you guys. I love my Discord. I love my viewers. I love be consistent because I'm already up for the month of February. I've already hit 10 6-mans already, and we're in the middle of the month because I do I know people hate it, but a bankroll management system. Tell me every single day for a month, and then you come back to me and you tell me how many withdrawals you've done. Okay, I've done 3 withdrawals already. This is how I make my money. It's how I do my business. Right now, I hate to lose, but I'm not going to win every day. And everybody understands that. They're finally starting to get it, but I'm really trying to, and I think what you guys were touching on with the Twitter people, they expect to get rich overnight in this industry, and it is not going to happen. You're going to lose 5 days in a row. But all it takes is for one day you hit a 6-man, a solid 6-man, and maybe a 2-man, and one day you're up for the whole week. And people just need to realize that it's not a marathon. It's it is a marathon. It's not a sprint. But yeah, you got to have the winner's mentality in life, in this business, and you will be a much happier person. That's my 2 cents.
Absolutely, man. Winners win, losers lose in everything in life. Okay. It's like, and as someone else says, nah, nobody cares, work harder. At the end of the day, that's what it is, guys. It's like, it's fortunate for you guys because 90% of you guys that are in Discords, damn well, and I never curse on stream, but I'll say that, damn well that none of your real life friends care that you lost a slip. Okay. So you're also having the added benefit that you have a group of people that you can connect with and understand your pain because, and no one's really going to judge you for the most part. That's another thing. So it's like, that's an added benefit of being in like a community like we provide or they provide. So keep that in mind too, guys. Like we're doing and I said this before, but we're literally doing the Lord's work here. Okay. Because I wouldn't come on here if I watch Skywalker's stuff and I wouldn't say or come on here if I didn't. Like that's the fact. And I know what from watching his stuff, he keeps it 100% realistic. And I like realistic expectations. Somebody's chatting in there. I think it's coming up like Twitter rant. But what I'll say about Twitter is that the rise of the paragraph handicappers, as they so called, are saying like that. I hate that word more than anything. Cappers.
Capper.
And it sucks too because my moniker is Captain Crush. So it's right in the name, and it's a double whammy. But like and I'm not talking about the sense of the word like cap or like, oh, you're telling lies, but I'm talking about cappers like you're handicapping bets. I just don't like that terminology. Like when my fiance says, what do I tell people that you do? Well, I cover daily fantasy sports. That's what I do. That's what I tell her to tell people. I talk about fantasy sports. That's what it is. But with the rise of Twitter being the faceless Twitter accounts where there's no accountability, no nothing, and they can just come on there and type a sentence that doesn't make sense that I could break down in literally like a minute on a live microphone. And, all those Twitter guys, they circulate the same amount of the same plays to each other over and over again. And by the time, so it makes my job harder because then I got to come on YouTube and talk about plays that no one else was talking about all day or giving on Twitter, because then people are going to be like, well, how's this guy adding value to my life? I could literally go on there and just be like, let me go on Twitter, find the top plays, put them in there, and be like, all right, I'm done. Pay me. That, I mean, who would want that? That's poverty, so to speak. So I literally go out of my way to find other plays and other things to do to give value for people. So I'm not saying all Twitter people are bad, but keep in mind, and this is, and I'm going to say this to his audience and his audience, because the ones that think that they have the the holy high ground of we don't charge for our picks, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let me tell you something carefully. Those people on Twitter, they literally don't work for what they're putting out there. It literally takes me 30 seconds to put a Twitter post up there. You're not just paying for my picks, his picks, his picks. It's a lot more in detail than running a Discord itself, and providing a community is a full-time job. Number one. Number two, okay? Those guys, they're making money hand over fist through Twitter ad revenue. So they're getting paid indirectly. So don't let them be fooled. Like, we don't charge for our picks. Yeah, because you're making thousands a month on Twitter ad revenue for posting something that's, stone cold obvious. So I could go deeper into the rabbit hole, but I'm just saying it's important. The reason why I'm on this video is because I know Skywalker's videos are legit, and by default, he knows him. So I trust his judgment. But my point is, the reason I'm saying this is always consider the source. Okay. Consider the source of where you're getting your information. Whether it's right or wrong isn't relevant to me for one day. I'm talking about a track record of how long they're doing it, and consider the time and effort that they're putting into it. And that's all I'm going to say about that. If you guys have anything to add, go ahead.
I just want to add, we got 150 people in here. If y'all can do us a favor, hit that like button. Keep bringing the comments, guys. Do you guys have any picks that you wanted to give out today? You got anything, Captain?
Yeah, I do actually. I got something that I will talk about. Give me 1 second.
No worries. How about you, John?
Yes, any college basketball under.
All right, I'll take that all day long, buddy.
If you guys have any of those season long things that you wanted to say real quick while I grab something really fast, if you guys had anything, I know you guys were talking about that.
So I'm a big MLB guy. I love baseball, always have. That was my favorite sport as a child, and has continued to be. I know it's not the most popular sport out there. I know it's not the flashiest sport, but man, I'll tell you something, guys. MLB is coming up. And I do have some picks for the season props for MLB. And if you watch the video that we'll be putting out, I don't have any for you right this very moment. And I'm sorry, I don't want to give you incorrect information because I'm actually filming on my phone, and that's where I have the picks. However, if you did want some of those, I can't speak for Skywalker or, the captain on this, but I'm sure they're just as diligent in their picks and all that stuff as we are with baseball. But, man, we absolutely destroy with the MLB picks. That is by far our most successful sport of any. That's coming up real quick. So be watching out for our channel on Sharp Bets. I'll be doing an MLB season preview here in the next couple of days before we get NBA back. Definitely be watching out for that. I'm going to have some fire coming out for that. That's what I can give you for right now.
I love that you coined the phrase tonight.
All I gotta say is you better not sell me on the baseball picks, bro.
I think they sell themselves.
I'm just playing, man. I'm just being like one of the chat members, dude. I'm gonna watch that because I couldn't tell you anything about season long. When MLB comes day to day, sure, but when MLB season longs, yeah, I'm not that guy for the season long picks. So I definitely be watching your video. One thing for Thursday that I wanted to Brandon Pierce says PayPal is goated for bankroll management. Can you address it? Actually, I don't know if you're someone that's in my community or not, but actually I talked about bankroll management with PayPal. What I do is I keep my money in a PayPal account. Okay. So then basically I can transfer it to parlay play, chalkboard, prize picks, underdog, wherever the promos are, wherever I need it to be, I can deposit and withdraw without any hesitations. I keep it in my PayPal, as PayPal is like my central wallet for my betting. And that is how I do it. That's what I told people to do. So that way you're not keeping a lot of money on any individual site. You're not tempted to be a degenerate. You literally like, oh my gosh, I have $500 for a lot of people is a ton of money. So to keep that on the website, and knowing that you don't have impulse control, that can be dangerous to a lot of people. You have to understand, and this is taking back to what I said before, being self-aware, folks. You have to be self-aware and identify who you are and what category you're into. And if you know that you don't have impulse control, if you know that you're a degen, you know that you have the temptation, then take that money out, put it somewhere else where it's not as easily accessible, because having it in a central bank like PayPal or whatever honestly gives you that median buffer of being like, it's not going to stop. Let me make no mistake. It's not going to stop you from doing what you want to do, but at least at a minimum, it'll give you that extra 1 to 2 seconds to think about what you're doing, because you have to go through that extra step to deposit from your central wallet. Okay. Also too, it's easy to keep track in a ledger format. PayPal does. I've never had any issues withdrawing and depositing from PayPal. And I'm not sponsored to plug PayPal or anything. You can use a Cash App card or whatever you want. I just happen to use PayPal because, that's what works for me. But that's what you guys, I think, should be doing. Someone said that in the chat. As far as plays go for Thursday, one thing that I wanted to talk about, and I'll get these two guys feedback. He's taking notes over there. Denny Avija. Okay. Now, Denny Avija is not that guy. And I'll be the first person to say this. All right. He's not that guy, but okay. He has 20% usage rate on average, 1.6 fantasy points per minute. All right. For starters. Now, if you go, I'm trying to pull up poverty picks here, prize picks. Let me see. They put the NBA tab all the way on the right, did they? Okay. So if you go to Denny Avija, now I've already discussed this a little bit in my Discord today. His points, his PRA, the one that's being favored the most is his R+A at 10.5 rebounds and assists versus Denver. Now, the first thing that sticks out like a sore thumb, if you go to his last 5, what are you going to see? You're going to see green beans for the most part, except for February 12th, which was most likely a blowout. I'd have to go back and look. That was like 10 days ago. Okay. But the fact is, I don't even care about that last 5. The only thing that I concern myself with the last 5s for the most part is floors and ceilings. And this is what I preach to people. So you can look at the last 5 and be like, okay, his floor is 11 and his ceiling was 18 within the last 5 games. If you use apps like Outly or whatever, you can go back 10, 20, StatMuse, whatever you want to use. Okay. But they don't have Gafford anymore. Kuzma was out the last game, but I have been on Denny Avija, and I always preach this principle too. Okay. And it goes back kind of to the last 5. If you've been taking a play every single day, right, and he's been cashing you, well, then by that point, you're on house money. So I don't have any reason, unless you're buying extremely high. But in this situation, we're not, because I told my Discord people to get on Denny Avija the last game. And what did he drop? He dropped 43 real points. And I was on him. I had him in 2 mega nuke. I'm talking Nagasaki type nukes. Okay. I had Denny Avija in there because I was that confident. Now, sometimes there's not going to be any type of like mathematical wizard analysis to give you, because in this situation, there's really not. I can't really quantify it and to be like, the matchup is terrible for small forwards against Denver, by the way. Okay. They're ranked like 2nd, 3rd, and 5th in the PRA category against his position. Something like that off the top of my head. I'm not even looking at the screen. But 43 points against a tough defense, the Pelicans, 25 against Dallas, 21 against Philly, 24 against Boston. All those teams, solid defenses. But the fact is, when somebody like this now has the hot hand, and he just had a week 6 or 7 day break where he's going to be, not just him, all the players, which is why I'm going to be mostly attacking overs on Thursday, because they all should be solid. They just had a break. I don't want any excuses from the NBA players come Thursday, or I'm throwing hands. But Denny Avija should be considered. I'm not saying he's a lock. I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying check out his R+A, his P+R, his PRA, and his points. Basically, everything except for his assist and his P+A are in the mix. Hell, even his turnovers at 2.5 turnovers, because the thing is, his usage rate has spiked so much that his usage rate on average is 19.5%. Right now, the way things have been going, and I know Kuzma missed a game or two or someone else, but it's been like 22 to 23%. A usage rate is how many times the ball's in his hand. The more times the ball's in his hand, the more likeliness for turnovers. But on top of that, fantasy points, rebounds, assists, etc. Just do me a favor and take a look at your boy Denny Avija, the unsung hero. And I'm telling you, the books, as far as like the expected value, it's all going to be at 50-50 or less. Okay. This is not going to be a popular bet, which is why I'm even talking about it, because I wanted to pick something that was going to be like under the radar. Maybe the public likes it once they look at the last 5. I don't know. I know last time I took his P+R at 22.5, they actually bumped it down to 21.5 and he dropped 58. So that's all I wanted to say. That's my play for this stream for you guys to consider. And that's that.
Gotcha.
All right.
So one thing I did want to touch on real quick, guys, I don't have a pick for you, even though it's in my name. Sorry about that. Not living up to the expectations. What are you going to do? But so yeah, here's the thing. The last 5. All right. Let's talk a bit about last 5. Prize Picks popular section. Don't know how much time you guys have spent there. As I'm talking to the viewership now. But please, just for Crush brings actually a pretty good point up in that, yes, you can use the last 5 for your ceilings and your floors and what. Yeah, sure. He's probably going to have a similar type of output as far as numbers as what you're looking at in the last 5. But if you stop and you think, Prize Picks is a business, is it not? Are they not in the business of taking your money? Yes, they are. Why would they provide you the best possible evidence to make your picks? Being that last 5 that they provide for you. Please, for Christ's sake, either do a little bit of research, which, guys, shouldn't be that tough. If you can't do your own little bit of research, then this probably isn't the hobby for you. Don't base all of your picks on the last 5 is really what I'm trying to get at. That's another one of you asked me earlier, Skywalker, what really grinds my gears. I found an even better one, and that's people relying on the last 5. It drives me up the damn wall. Here's the thing. I think we can all agree matchups matter, especially on a professional level, right? If they're playing the same guys from night to night, then last 5 absolutely use it every time. But we all know that is not the case. It's not the playoffs, okay? Maybe in the playoffs, you can use your last 5 and it applies. Otherwise, matchups matter, all right? And I'm going to say it one more time. I don't care if people don't like it. Matchups matter. You cannot go by the last 5. They're not playing the same people that night, period, end of story. I see so many people losing so many slips, all right? And simply because that's all they use for their evidence. They're too lazy to either go look at they're one of 2 things, all right? Either too lazy to go check out their own evidence or too poor to subscribe to my Discord. $14.99 a month for VIP and $29.99 a month for VIP Plus. I had to get the plug in there. I'm JohnPick with Sharp Bets DFS. Let's get that money, son. Right? Sorry, I had to do that. That's my tagline. But anyhow, guys, last 5. Please, just honestly, and this is friendly advice, and I really do mean it. You're hurting yourself more than you're helping yourself by relying solely on last 5 as your evidence for whatever pick you may be getting. There are very few situations where that does apply. Again, if we're looking at a playoffs type of situation, sure, they'll be playing the same squad the night, that next night. Otherwise, I mean, it just doesn't apply. It just doesn't apply. Floors and ceilings, sure. That actually is a good point, and I will use that in the future. I never really thought of that. I just kind of figured it was like something that people knew, but you know, a lot of the people that we get in our discords are new. They're new to this entire industry. They genuinely don't know what they're doing, don't know what they're looking at. And I can understand why their safety net, their go-to is that last 5. It's the easiest way to go. You just flip the card around and boom, hey, there you go. Oh, whoa, look at that. Look at all those green beans. No, man. You know, no.
To interject real quick, and everybody in here knows it, myself included. Like I say, I'm one of you, okay? Yeah. But how when you it's a cycle, like he said, Prize Picks is a business. They're all a business, $1 billion business, which I always tell people you cannot comprehend that number. But it's massive. But whenever you like a play or something and you click those little 3 bars and you see the last 5 or 4 green beans, it makes you feel good. And let's be real, it makes you feel good, like warm and fuzzy, like, ooh, I'm picking the right play. And they know that, okay? There's millions of dollars being researched in how to extract every dollar out of your wallet and put it into theirs, okay? So, and in fact, just to say real quick, like I told you guys when we were backstage yesterday, I did an experiment. I told my cord, I took all the popular play tabs that were last 5 green, took the opposite on all of them and got lucky and it hit for 25x. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen every night because it's not. But the fact is that there is a reason everybody's on those type of plays. And usually if you look at the popular tab and look, the last 5 is usually going to be green. That's why the public likes them. That is their research. Okay. And I can preach till I'm blue in the face. Even people in my own Discord, we're talking about paying members that
they still do it.
Yeah, they still do it. They'll literally post in the chat, Cap, what do you think about this? And the reason they're asking is because the last 5 green. Exactly. I'm like, so I always turn it around on them and I'm like, well, why do you like it? And then I see what they say. And then I know if it's a last 5 green situation or I know if it's an actually like, okay, they did their research, because it's not always going to be, oh, well, it can just be a principle of, it just so happens to be they've been cashing. Okay, fine. That happens. But I'm saying like, that's the test. So whenever you're giving Skywalker or him a play or myself, and if you can't tell me why you like it, then I know it's okay. It's the last 5 were green, but
or Twitter,
or Twitter, exactly, or somebody else. But
which essentially are the same thing. Twitter and last 5. I don't trust either one. Is really what I'm trying to say, guys.
Yeah,
you cannot rely on either one. All right.
I don't know how you guys even step into Twitter. There must be millions of fake people on Twitter. I mean, literally fake people giving out bad advice and bad slips and charging people, I'm sure, a lot of money. I know.
The next big thing. Yeah, the next big thing is going to be those AI models giving out the fake picks. That's what's going to really blow up next, dude. I don't know. Maybe I should look into that. I'm sure it's going to.
If one more person says that they have an AI making picks, oh my god, dude! Let me just cover this for 5 seconds, folks. Yes. Get this through your heads. There's no artificial intelligence making plays that are beating Vegas that some random schmuck on Twitter has access to, okay? Because if he did, the last person that he'd be giving it to is you. I'm telling you right now, if he actually had an AI that was profitable, beating the books, he ain't giving it to anybody, and he's keeping the lowest of low profiles. Stop falling for the trendy buzzwords. AI is the buzzword now of 2020, the 2020s, I guess you could say, because it started in 2021, and now it's getting worse and worse. And AI is a great tool for a lot of things, but miss me with I have an AI that I built living in my mom's basement, and it's beating Prize Picks on a regular basis, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to tell the random Twitter people about it. Bro, if you had the golden goose, for free. If you had the golden goose, you wouldn't be giving it to anybody unless you're mental. And if you're mental like that, you're not building AI that's beating the books, okay? So that's what I got to say about that. That is abstract poverty. I cannot stand that, dude. It's like, it just makes our jobs harder, because then we have to compete with people being like, well, they have AI picks. Why don't you have that? And why can't you do that? And etc. Okay. And I'm sure one day it'll be there, but you're not going to get it from the guy on Twitter that's just giving it to you.
Yeah. And you won't get it for free. Guaranteed.
Yes.
This is America, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
All right.
You're not getting it for free. Okay. There's always nothing's free in America or and anywhere, not even just America, but nothing's free. That's where you get what you pay for in life, period. You get what you pay for.
Believe that. That's a life lesson, like he said. Absolutely. It does not just apply to prop betting. Okay.
Exactly.
That's all encompassing, baby.
A life lesson. And one real quick thing too. I know the taco missed today, and I got fortunate that I wasn't I told everybody in my community, and I haven't posted a YouTube video since whenever the last NBA slate was, that I was going to take this time, catch up on admin stuff, and enjoy my time in golfs and stuff. So I actually missed maxing out the first taco, luckily. But so it saved me coin, which is just like divine intervention. But the fact is that I take all discounts that I can on Prize Picks at any time, whether I like them or not. That's just something that I do. I don't know what these guys' policy is for it, but I just want to. Yeah, I just want to say, like, if you guys get a chance to take a discount, you just have to take it. And if it, if it does sell, like the soccer taco, it didn't get there. If it does happen, then it happens and you just suck it up and move on. You got your money in good, and that's all you can do, because it doesn't matter what the prop is. If they're going to slash it by 10, 12, 15%, whatever it was, you got your money in good. And, the rest is the rest. So that's, I get asked all the time, Cav, do you like the taco? And I'm sure you guys get that question too. Do you like whatever the taco is? And that's just my stance on it. I take all tacos. So
very well point. I mean, it's a discount at the end of the day. You got to take it. I mean, you just take it, and hope for the best. Now Steve here says the second one's not looking too good either. I don't watch esports, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I did max that one out, unfortunately, though, but whatever.
Yeah, I got to say real quick, we take a little bit more of a tinfoil hat approach in my Discord. We're pretty convinced it's all conspiracy, that all the tacos are, no. But in all seriousness, yes, to see a discount come out, we've been burned a time or two, and I'm sure you guys have as well. But at the same time, it's like you said, if they're offering a discount on something, it's silly to not at least take a stab at it, right? The way you counteract something like that is the value that's involved with taking any kind of discount, just like Cap said, even if it's 10%, or if they're offering the 0.5s, obviously, please take it. What the hell's the matter with you if you don't? Any discount out there, as long as you practice your unit size betting, right? You keep your units where they should be. You practice bankroll management. You can take hits. You can have a taco miss. You can eat a spoiled taco and not too much. Spend too much time on the toilet. So to speak. It's those rotten tacos aren't going to hurt nearly as much if you do it the right way, or any other prop for that matter. You keep disciplined. You stay disciplined, and you take things that look good, that seem good, with the right evidence. And obviously those discounts. Are some of them traps? Probably, but to not take a stab at it, even if you're betting minimum, is just silly. If this is what we do on a daily basis, then to not take a stab at something that they're offering as a discount is just silly. And that's all there is to it. I agree on that end.
And I'll say this too: at the end of the day, granted. And at the end of the day, it's more or less, guys, it's 50-50. Granted, we have a statistical edge on bets that we're putting in. They're going to come out more or less more often in it. But if you strip everything away, if you're just blindfolded taking more or less, you're still going to be right 50% of the time on whatever. So with the taco, I just take them all. It is what it is. It stinks when they do sell. But again, Prize Picks is a business, and the reason they do it is because what it does is it gets people to spend money that they normally wouldn't spend because they're giving a discount, because you have to parlay it. So even if the taco is good, right? Even if the taco is good, you still have to compare it, or you still have to pair it with another bet. And that's where Prize Picks has a massive edge, which is how they're able to give you that discount and still be profitable. So that's another reason why people will be like, oh, well, they're just setting us up. Now, I will say that the way they do their voting process and the way they determine which ones are tacos, we're never gonna know how that's actually like done. Like
that's where the tinfoil hat
yeah,
comes. Yeah,
that it's like I think there could be bots voting and everything else. I mean, we're never gonna know for sure, but I take them, and it's just unfortunate. But I will say this, and again, maybe if we get the trifecta and all 3 tacos sell, maybe Prize Picks throws us a free square, because it's bad publicity if all 3 of their tacos chalk.
That's what I was hoping. Yep.
So maybe
that's where Twitter helps. Yeah, that's where we need you guys on Twitter to throw all the toxicity at them.
Yes.
We need all the toxicity.
Yes.
Otherwise, shut up. But yeah, on that one,
that's
we
when the
need
Twitter machine works. I agree 100% on that.
For sure. Yeah.
Selective outrage, people. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's where they shine, and we need them.
Yep. I can get behind that.
Oh yeah.
All right, John. So where can we're going to wrap this up. Where can people find you? They've never seen you before. They're like, how does this man have such beautiful, luscious hair and such a beautiful beard? Where can I find this man?
I can't give away my beauty secrets, people. I mean, come on now. This is how people like me stay on top. However, to get in the Discord, to check out our YouTube channel, that's really easy. So as you can see right down here, guys, I think you can see it right. Right down here. Sharp Bets DFS is the YouTube channel. My dumb ass is on there on a daily basis, making an ass of myself, entertaining you, and loving every second of it. It's like we said before, guys. That's what separates, I think, some of us from some of the other guys who don't even bother showing their faces. I'm there not only to give you picks, and I mean genuinely give you the best picks I can. I joke around 99.9% of the time, but the one thing I am dead serious about is the picks that I'm making for you guys. So go check it out. Sharp Bets DFS is the YouTube channel. On the YouTube channel, linked in the description as well as in the pinned comment of every single video is a link to our Discord. I plugged it earlier, but I'm going to do it again because I'm a whore like that. $14.99 a month for VIP, $29.99 a month for VIP Plus. Those are our 2 tiers. We are there all day, every day. I have no life. I have no friends. Come be my friend. I like money. And if you like money too, we should hang out. And the place to do that is in the Discord, right? Come join us. I'll do my tagline as I do every day. I'm JohnPick with Sharp Bets DFS. Let's get that money, son. Oh, and I got one more thing for Skywalker. Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's when I first saw this man. I told him, I put in his comments, I said, dude, not only are you giving out some fire today, but you remind me, you put a headband on, you are the macho man, Randy Savage. Tell me, Captain, brother. You take a good look at that face, and you tell me that's not macho.
I can see it, man. A young Randy. I can see it. For sure. Give him a Slim Jim. We'll see.
Snap it to a Slim Jim. That beefy, spicy taste.
All right, Captain.
Powers. What's up?
They've never seen your beautiful face before. They don't know where to. They're in poverty. They don't know how to get out of poverty. They don't know. They don't know the sound of this. Where can they find you, brother?
Okay, I have a YouTube. This is the deal. Okay, I have a YouTube where my schedule is low key poverty, but I try to get them out 5 days a week during regular NBA, NFL, and during the summer. Don't be afraid, because in the summertime nobody covers WNBA that much, but I do cover it. I do my best. Cover MLB, WNBA, PGA. But for now, the NBA, Captain Crush 37 is the YouTube channel. Yeah, it's youtube.com/Captain37. I'm poverty. I don't have like one of those special links that he does, but you can go to CaptainCrush.net. He charges $14.99, $29.99. Mine is $24.99 for the gold package. There also is a silver package. CaptainCrush.net. And that is where you'll get that. Now, what I do in my Discord is I give you the plays. Yes, I give you the plays. I do live streams Monday through Friday, an hour plus or more, where I come on the mic just like this. I talk to people, help them out, answer their questions, etc. Unfortunately, I'm in the Discord all day for the most part as well, except for after 9 or 10 p.m. But if I'm not in there, I will answer the next day. I'm very active in there. A lot of people have Discords and they're not active because they don't know what the hell they're doing. Okay, that's why that happens. They don't want to face their members. I will face you win, lose, or draw. Okay. Like if I lose, if I chalk, if I tell you to take something and it misses, I own it. And I will tell you, hey, it didn't go our way, but this is why I took it. And I always keep it 100% with you guys. I take care of my people. I do giveaways. I do a projection sheet for NBA every single day. I type the player, I type the fantasy point projection, I give it using my model. I give the player points, assists, rebounds, everything for you guys. So you can go on there and make your own reads and decide if you want to make slips or something that you like and that I don't agree with. Sometimes I don't agree with my own model. I like different things than what the computer's telling me to take, etc. Okay. And yeah, I like to keep it realistic and have a good time. I got a lot of good people in there, and that's pretty much it. CaptainCrush.net. Get in there. Don't be poverty.
I will drop the links down below in the description once this is done, so you know where to find these gentlemen. I'll make it easy for you.
What a guy! What a guy! Don't you just love Skywalker?
Yeah, By the way, let me just say, I actually contacted Skywalker, I can't remember, a while ago, and then he contacted me. We talked, but I did want to thank him publicly for actually taking the time to do that. I couldn't put something like this together if I wanted to because I just don't know how to do it. Unfortunately, right now I am a one-man show. I do all my own editing, my own everything by myself. I just until I can find people that I can count on that can catch the vision and run with me. I'm a one-man show, so it's difficult. So thank you for Skywalker for putting together the graphics and collaboration. It actually looks good, and I'm already thinking like, man, I got to figure out how to do this. But so yeah, I appreciate it. He's a good dude. He's basically been quiet and let us talk and promote us. So I'm very thankful. He has a big audience. Make sure you check him out. And I'm sure he's going to give his information there as well and everything. But yeah, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it for real.
Absolutely.
Are you kidding me? I'm fans of you guys. I mean, what I'm about is I wanted to change the industry. Where back in the day when I started out in 2015, it was every man for himself. Fuck this guy. Fuck that guy. They don't know what they're talking about. And it was just toxic. And I'm like, it's us against the bookies at the end of the day. If I see real people, because I do watch everybody that I can, because maybe they might see something that I don't see, right? And if you got a good channel and you're most importantly, you're honest, win, lose, or draw, you got my subscription. And I'm gonna watch you every single day. I found that with John, with Captain Crush, and plenty more others out there, man. And then there's some where I'm like, okay, this guy's poverty. You know, I steal Captain Crush's lines all the time, and John's lines all the time. You guys will notice it. I'm even slapping my wrist like this sometimes, you know, to get your attention, like Captain Crush there. But you guys are doing me the honor of coming on here. I mean, just so much knowledge you guys have just put out, and I hope the chat. I hope you guys got something out of it, and we really do appreciate you guys coming in. We hit 200 live views, which is one of my biggest live streams that I've put on.
Nice.
So John and Captain Crush, man, I want to thank you guys for coming on. And I mean, we kind of did this last minute too, man.
We should do it again sometime when there's actually like an NBA slate, and give the people like a full like three to 5 man slip, and that way they can have we can all have the same sweat. That would be cool. We did put this together last minute, folks. So whatever it is you think of it, I hope that you actually got something out of it and enjoyed it, and at the very least had a laugh or two. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy it. I'm sure John does as well. And I'm thankful for the opportunity to even be on here with these guys, because these guys are apparently ballers and I got to get on their level. But
with the new houses and whatnot. Yeah, no.
Exactly.
And just like Crush said before, man, Skywalker, you're the man. Everyone knows it. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Gabriel Skywalker. Love you, bud. You know, when he first shouted out to our channel, in the comments, we saw it and kind of did a double take. Like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean you like us, dude? What's going on? Like, but it's true. You know, the man watches everyone, and he appreciates people like myself and Crush who put in the work. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm awesome, but, you know, I do know that I work my ass off to be as close to awesome as possible. So it may be very likely that I reach that every once in a while. And I know Crush does. You know, and for him to give us the recognition for that is awesome. You know, love that all you guys showed up, you know, just to kind of listen to us bullshit here. And, you know, as far as slips and all that, man, we definitely need to get some mega slips going. I know between the three of us, we can put together some just bangers, bro. Some epic shit, dude. I know it can happen, and we will. This was just kind of let's. I want the audience to kind of look at this as a little bit of an appetizer, right? You know, the main course will come out at some point. We just wanted to make sure we all could work together and get everything together. And it seemed like it worked pretty well. Appreciate all you guys out there for watching us and listening to our nonsense. But, you know, I say nonsense jokingly. I know some of the things that I honestly and truthfully, I learned a few things from Crush. You know, tonight I learned a few things from Skywalker for sure. And I'm not just saying that, you know. Truly, like the last 5 was just something I was 1000% against, but you know, and I'm just giving you a quick example of that. You know, looking at the floors and the ceilings, you know, something I didn't really consider before. So I think we all have so much knowledge to share with each other, and you guys are just lucky for sure to have. God, that sounds bad, but it's true. You know, to be able to listen to our collected knowledge together, man, without even giving you guys a slip. Trust me, was something that was worth it for you. I'm glad you guys are here to get it. And, you know, I'd love to do this again, maybe have a slip together, you know, put it out for these people, really give the people what they want. You know, this luscious hair can only go so far. You know, they're here for the picks. Let's face it. Right. But, you know, I think they also, if they did listen, which hopefully they did, then they got some really useful information. And again, I learned from these guys. I watch both of their videos all the time. And I hope you guys do too. I think it's amazing that people, just as Skywalker said before, you know, I believe this is for the majority of people in this business, it's a cutthroat thing because they just don't know how they're going to succeed, right? They don't know how to just trust themselves, get on camera, show your damn face, have a little bit of credibility, right? And you know, just do your thing. It's really all it takes. Does it take a little talent on top of that? Yeah, sure. You know, you can't make the camera break every time you get on camera. You gotta be you know, not horrible looking and be able to talk and be able to have people have people give people a little laugh, give people some entertainment value there as well. We all three are able to do that. That's awesome. I love that we were able to collab here today. I'm rambling because it's what I do. But again, go check out all three of ours. I know their channels are amazing. We all know Skywalker's is. Go check out Crush too. And, you know, maybe at some point we can get a collab video going with a slip in it. I'm going to say that again because I think it's going to be a great idea and we should do it soon.
Hey, John, I got a text here from Sharp. He wanted to know, have you ever seen a grown man naked?
Have I ever seen a grown man naked? No, never in my life. Never in my entire life. Even in the mirror, I, you know, give it I'll put the fig leaf there. You know, I can't. No, virgin eyes to answer that question.
I'm just messing with you, bro. I thought we'd have a little fun, but we want to thank you guys so much again. I'll leave the descriptions down below so you guys can follow these guys and get that fire. Check out their Discords. Check out their promos. I mean, you got to spend money to make money in this business. That's just the way it is, boys.
Damn
I mean,
straight.
You have to spend a little bit to make a lot. You can't. No cheap ways. There's no. And it doesn't work like that. So hit these guys up. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. On the way out, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on the replay, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And we're definitely going to do this again. I had a blast. Thank you, John. Thank you, Captain Crush.
You got it.
You guys hang out for a minute, but we're going to take off. And we out. We'll see you guys.
Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.